looking forward.
I'd like to take my time out.
Okay, timeout? Sure. As a reminder, we do offer one timeout for 30 seconds between the questions.
Yes, sometimes competitors do need to refuel or whatever to get back in the game.
And we are accepting of whatevers. Gonzo for life.
I'm ready.
Not sure what that Muppet has to do with anything, but yes.
We're accepting of whatevers. He's a whatever.
Correct.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yo, what's good, everybody? How you doing tonight? Got a special show tonight. Talking Smack with Matt is crossing over with Everyday Experts. Tonight here, you'll see it first. Sir Joker and Matt Munoz together for the first time. Hope everyone enjoys. Let me fill out this video title here. That intro was bananas, Bruce Banner says. That's what's up. We strive for excellence. And no, this video is not made for children. God damn it. Get rid of that. Damn it. Yo. Alright, we're back in this bitch. What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a good night tonight. I know I am. Had me some good luck earlier. Feeling good. Ready to get this interview on, I guess. We'll see. I don't know. Let me throw in my music real quick. Yup, Rob's got blue on his name now. We didn't know who was going to show up. Needed someone here to post the link. There's the link. If you want it, Bruce Banner. That's the one we're using for tonight. All right, man. I think we got it all going. I'm going to cut this over to our good friend, Sir Joker, everybody.
Welcome to Everyday Experts. I'm your host, Sir Joker. We are here to talk to a very intriguing and interesting person. The host of Talking Smack with Matt, Mr. Matt Munoz, is a very interesting fella. We're going to chop it up. Mr. Munoz, please grace us with your bearded presence, sir.
Well, I don't mind if I do.
All right. So, Mr. Munoz, I want you to just know I wore a shirt just for you. Breaking news, I don't care.
Me neither.
Because we know you give 0 FUCKS's. Because I know there's some kiddies watching.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mr. Munoz, welcome to the show. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, let me introduce you correctly. There are a lot of things that people are known for, Mr. Munoz. You happen to be known for your guitar playing. Well, interestingly enough, yes, we will dabble into your music artistry with the guitar, but I wanted to talk to you about your photography and your tech, your love of all things tech, because I believe you were the person that said, I'd rather be behind the screen than in front of the screen.
Yeah, that's true. Definitely.
So we're going to rock out with that. We're going to talk about that. We might talk about the sticky, icky as you roll some Mary Jane. Um, I appreciate it. We're going to talk about all that stuff. So, Mr. Munoz, are you ready to begin, sir?
I'm ready.
All right. Question number one, sir. As you probably know what's coming. If you could be a vampire, a werewolf, or a wolf, a zombie, a ghost, or a serial killer, what would you pick and why?
I'd gotta go ghost. Because you're just free energy, man. You could go anywhere. You don't have any
I've been getting a
restrictions.
lot. I've been getting a lot of ghosts lately, but I feel that from you. Free energy. Tell me about free energy. That seems like a vibe you're on a lot, sir.
Just, like, if I want to go to the bottom of the ocean or the depths of space, I have no problem. There's nothing to hold back.
Well, that's a good question then. If you could go to the depths of ocean or to the space, where would you rather go?
Hmm.
Would you rather be
Well,
in the water swimming with the fishies or be up in space, sir?
space, because it's way bigger, so there'd be a lot more to
Mm,
see, I would imagine. But the bottom of
that
the
makes
ocean
sense.
would be really interesting, because what's down there, we don't even know.
No. And I know that you are avid lover of animal life and natural life with your photography, so we will go into that. But I think that would be a very interesting selection for you because I think you see a lot of stuff either way.
Yep.
So we'll start with art in general. How did you grow up with art? Like with the music, with the photography? How did you grow up? Was that
To be
something your parents taught you?
Yeah, nah. To be honest, no one in my family does any sort of art at all. Like, no one draws, no one paints, no one plays a musical instrument, no one writes, nothing. There's
Wow.
no sort of artist in my family.
So you really are an anomaly in your family.
Yeah.
How is that? How was that?
It was cool. I mean, like, I had a lot of support from my dad when it came to music and stuff. He loves rock, so he's the one that got me
Okay.
into rock. And I mainly listen to like Zeppelin and Metallica and Hendrix and The Doors, Pink Floyd. Like, I listen to all that shit. That was my first taste in the music, where I really like chose the music.
So when I was growing up, there was an R&B song called Casanova that my mother used to play incessantly on repeat. And I'm not going to sing because my voice is too beautiful for your ears,
Oh, I get it.
but I know that a lot of people have a similar story where my mom played this or my dad played this over and over. What was there one song or maybe one group that your parents kind of played and you were just like, "Oh, I'm feeling this."
Um, well, my mom mainly likes oldies. I like oldies too. So that's
Okay.
probably the first music that I grew up hearing, because it's not a it's family friendly or whatever, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I remember hearing Mr. Sandman a lot as a kid.
Hmm.
Um, what else? I don't know. I love a lot of oldies though. A lot of Richie Valens songs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What was your house like? Because I mean, I know you said that you were playing music, so were you like rocking out and everybody else was like reading or crocheting or playing tiddlywinks? Yes, that's a real game. What was your house like?
We were like a sports house mainly. Like, I was in a bunch of sports as a kid. My older brother was really, really good at sports. My older sister played some sports, and my younger sister was the only one that didn't really. But my dad used to coach the
Okay.
teams and stuff. Like, he always wanted us in something. I was in Boy Scouts too for a while.
Interesting. How high? I was a Boy Scout too. I went all the way. I climbed the ladder to Weeblo, which
Oh,
isn't
okay.
high at all.
Yeah, I remember being a
I was,
Weeblo.
yeah, I'm sure you did it in like your first week, and then you were like,
Well, that's before Boy Scouts. That's like if you're not old enough to be Boy Scouts, you're in Weeblos.
yeah. I unfortunately stayed a Weeblo for the eternity of it because what happened is I got to probably middle school, and it was I could play basketball or I could do Boy Scouts, and I chose basketball.
Yeah.
But so you were a Boy Scout. How high did you get, sir?
I actually reached Life Scout, which is right before Eagle
Oh
Scout.
wow,
Yeah, I
wow.
could have done Eagle Scout in like another year and a half, 2 years easy, but I didn't go. I don't know. I was over the uniform. I was over
Oh,
all the stupid rule. I quit when I was like going into ninth grade.
okay. You were a Life Scout in ninth grade.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, I
I think
went
I
pretty
know.
far.
Well, I know Eagle Scouts, but they didn't make Eagle Scouts like 17, 18.
Yeah,
And
that's the
and that was a
usual.
big. And I know my the Scoutmaster's son, obviously, he made Eagle Scout, and I was just like, oh, that's pretty dope. So you would have been an Eagle Scout at like 15, 16.
Yeah. Oh yeah, easy.
Okay. Okay. Well, I respect that. Um, what sports did you play?
I played soccer, baseball, basketball, and volleyball.
What was your favorite?
Probably volleyball actually.
Really?
Yeah, because there wasn't so much running, and I used to be good at serving the ball. I could serve it real fast, and no one could hit it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were the back line a lot? Were you ever like, were you like setter? Were you in the middle, bumper? Or were you like attack and just like down the middle attack?
No, I would just go straight in between. I would try to go over the middle player's head and
Mm,
right before the last player, but like in the middle of the two last players. I would try to hit that
okay.
zone so that they like have to figure out who's gonna hit it.
Yeah. Strategery. I like it.
Yeah.
Um, I know you mentioned basketball, and baseball and soccer. Which one did you? I don't know how long. Which one? How you played long? You played volleyball. Which one did you play the longest?
Soccer. I played soccer for like 11
Okay.
years.
Oh, okay. What year? What
Yeah.
what grade or when in college did you stop playing?
Um, Soccer. I quit. Well, I played AYSO soccer for probably 10 years, from like
Okay.
6 to like 14 or something like that, and then I
Well,
played in high school for a year on our
okay.
high school team.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was cool. I enjoyed it.
Okay. Okay. So a lot of sports, and you have this love of music. When I know you said that your parents weren't really artistic, but they were jamming a lot to music. Your dad liked music. Did he play music at all? Did he?
No, he just liked music a lot. Like he always told me, I
Okay.
never knew what Zeppelin looked like until like computers were out and stuff. He's like,
Oh
we
wow.
didn't know what bands looked like and stuff back in the day, really.
You never went to any concerts or anything, or like any?
Not with my dad, but
Okay.
I've been on my own. I've been to a bunch of concerts.
What was your favorite concert you went to?
Oh, Lollapalooza '96. I saw Metallica, Soundgarden,
Oh,
Tool, Rancid,
oh, I know them.
Sponge. Um, the lead guitarist for Alice in Chains, Jerry Cantrell, came up on the stage for Sponge, and he threw a beach ball
Really?
out in the audience, and it came to me
Uh,
first, and I just caught that shit and popped it and kept it because I was like, nah, I ain't playing
always
that game.
always a rebel, huh?
Well, yeah, I was like, nah, I want this for me.
um, I know your guitar playing. You played for a while, then you had a little bit of a lull, right? You had a little bit of a break. I don't know if it was a
Yeah,
smoke
a
break,
couple
but it
times.
was a break.
Yeah, no, a
Okay.
couple times I've taken breaks with the guitar.
Okay. Is it something that's challenging for you? Is it something that you just got tired? Is it that, what kind of was the impetus to start playing the guitar and what caused your smoke break?
Well, I actually got a guitar as a present because I told my dad I was thinking about like I wanted to play guitar and stuff, and he had a buddy that played guitar. So
Okay.
one day I came home and there was a guitar on my bed,
Oh.
and I was like, "Oh shit!" And he's like, "Yeah, blah 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 bought it." And I was like, "Oh damn, that's fucking dope." I still have it. I've had probably
Oh,
like
nice.
I've had probably like 20 guitars, and like I've bought and sold a bunch of them, but that one I'll always keep.
Do you still play that one at all, or is it just more like?
No, yeah, that one. I mean, I could play it. It's not like a wreck, but no, I just keep it somewhere where it won't get touched, basically.
Oh, okay. So you picked up the guitar. It was a gift. You got a bunch of lessons. You went to Music Land or Music Palace or whatever they call it by you, or were you just like, I'm just gonna jam out and see what
Yeah,
happens?
no, the intention was to take lessons, and I did. I took 2 lessons, and then the
Okay.
third week, when I was gonna have my third lesson, I broke my left arm. I had a compound fracture. You can see the scar right
Oh.
here. Let me see. There's a scar
Oh
there.
wow.
Yeah, I have a metal plate in my arm.
Oh okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. That's where you break up your weed when you're smoking, right?
No.
So, all right, I respect. So you started playing. You're gonna do lessons. You broke your arm. Did you play lefty, and now you're a righty,
No,
or are you
I
ambidextrous?
I play drums left-handed, but I play guitar
Okay.
right-handed. So luckily, my arm broke at like a 90-degree angle in the cast. So
Hmm.
like I was able to hold a guitar neck like I can't fit it in the screen, but it was broken like this. So I was able to hold the guitar neck up here and
Okay.
learn like do 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 do.
Yeah. So when you're creating a songs, I know you like to do. You take requests and you like to do a little playback and stuff like that. Do you learn it by ear? Do you just listen to it over and over again? Do you read music? Do you have to see them play it? I don't know how it works. How does that work for you?
I could watch somebody play something and play it like that. I could definitely do that. But I read it's called tablature. It's like imagine like
Hmm.
6 lines going across on the page and there's numbers on each line and that tells you
Hmm.
what corresponding fret on the guitar to be holding, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
That's how I read the notes. It shows the notes too. Reading notes is better
Okay.
because then it shows you the tempo of the music and all that. But yeah, I'm horrible with languages.
Oh, so you can't read music, or you just prefer not to?
No, I cannot read music.
Okay,
Yeah,
because I know some producers like Jermaine Dupri, some of them like Puff Daddy, they produce by ear, but then some of them actually know how to read music and they can play instruments, and then you get into the creative like the Kanyes,
yep,
who samples everything. I know that,
yeah.
but when they're creating, they have a little bit more in-depth knowledge of the music, from what I've been understanding. Um, so you play the drums too?
Yeah, a little. I could hold a beat.
Because I tried to play the drums and all I did was hit the drum
Yeah.
as hard as I could. No beat, no sound, no. I'm sorry, no beat, no. It was just like, oh, let me just hit the drum.
Yeah.
What? How are playing the drum and guitar similar, if they are?
Um. Sometimes they're both on the same beat. Like the guitar will be going like, and the drums will be going like. Oh, actually, no. That's probably not the same. It depends. I don't know. It's just
Okay.
weird. It's more like you got to think like
Mm-hmm.
like you got to have that shit like implanted into your brain because the
Mm.
drums keep the time, and if the drummer's off, then the basses will be off, and then it just sounds bad.
Okay. So, the guitar, the drum, any other instruments you play? The harpsichord is something cool. The
Bass.
ukulele.
I'm gonna buy a
Okay.
ukulele pretty soon because I was
Okay.
inspired. Jarena put out a little song video on Twitter and
Yeah.
Instagram, and that's actually what inspired me to get back into guitar this last time.
Okay.
I didn't touch a guitar before like 9 months ago or something for years.
So you started playing again 9 months ago. How long was the smoke break?
I've had a couple for years at a
Okay.
time. Yeah, for
Hmm.
years at a time where I just didn't even touch a guitar.
And during those times, do you feel like you were just like, I don't feel like I don't feel like playing right now. I don't have that drive. What kind of is the kind of mindset when you're not playing?
Uh, I mean, I just didn't think about it really. Like, and honestly, too, like
Hmm.
I barely got a car back like probably 6 months ago. So
Oh, okay.
I wasn't driving for like 7 or 8 years. So I wasn't listening to new music at all, like off the radio or
Hmm.
anything. So there was just no. I was into other things like collecting toys and cameras and stuff. To where the music, I just didn't think about it.
So, so question: did you start collecting cameras first, or did you get into photography first? Because I know you're an avid photographer. We can talk about that now.
Okay, yeah. No, I got into digital photography like as soon as it launched. Like my first good camera was this
Hmm.
Sony 5 megapixel, and it was badass. It was like the best prosumer camera you could buy at the time. But
The best prosumer.
yeah, that's a
What's
category.
that?
Like
Oh, okay.
it's below a pro level, but it's above what most
Okay.
consumers would purchase. You know what I mean? Like in that range.
Yeah, it's like a hybrid. I
Yeah.
got it.
Yep.
Okay. Now, when you photog,
Yeah.
how how did you transition into taking pictures and photography and stuff like that?
Well, I was always into movies my whole life. I've always been into movies. Not so much
Okay.
pictures, but movies. And
Okay.
I got way into Stanley Kubrick, and I learned that he was a photographer first before he ever made movies.
Oh.
And that's how he like learned how to frame things and light things so well and stuff like his. That's why his
Mm-hmm.
movies all have a certain style. Like you could tell a Kubrick film.
Mm-hmm.
So that inspired me to where I was. I mean, he did film photography, so he was in the lab and stuff like that. But when
Mm-hmm.
when digital photography came around, that's when I was like, I could probably jump into this because I don't got to do any sort of processing, and you instantly get to see like, oh no, I didn't do that right. And
Right.
for me, photography is really math. It's just a bunch
Right.
of math problems. Like if you figure out the settings right, you could just give anybody the camera and they could take great pictures.
So that's interesting. You don't feel like some photographers have just like innate talent. Do you think there's
Yeah,
let me ask,
totally. No, there's definitely
okay,
people that are talented for sure. But I know a
right.
lot of just so photographers that I mean, like I wouldn't go to them if I was getting a wedding, if I was gonna have a wedding or something. There's certain people I would
Mm-hmm.
pick before I'd pick other people that are probably more well known.
Mm-hmm.
I knew a guy that was really well known that he actually rented a camera from me, and I thought I was gonna have to explain to him a certain few things, for settings and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Oh no, I shoot an automatic." And I was like, "What?"
He shot an automatic. That means so for us, um, non-inaugurated. What's the difference between shooting automatic and a regular? I'm assuming
Well,
that's the
like if you're
term.
shooting manual, you're choosing your ISO, which is your film
Mm-hmm.
speed, which is
Mm-hmm.
how fast the plane is gonna cross with the light and shit when you take the
Okay.
picture. So like if you choose 100, that means that there's plenty of light because that thing's gonna go. Whoosh. But if you choose
Okay.
1600, uh, actually wait, am I thinking that wrong? Hold on. Yeah, no, 100 is for plenty of light. And then the
Okay.
higher you go is for less light. So if you're shooting like 1600, it's going to go even faster, but there's going to be
Okay.
less light available because of the speed. And then also you got to
Okay.
choose your iris, like and your exposure levels and stuff. There's a couple things that you would want to do before you took a picture. There
Okay.
we go. Lego
So
wrote it. It's ISO, shutter speed, and aperture. There we go. Yep.
okay. So if I'm gonna take a selfie, I should be thinking about all of these things, or
No.
does an iPhone like do it automatically for
Yeah,
me?
your camera's doing most of that for you.
Okay.
I mean, there's certain situations you might run into where like you want the clouds to be blue in the back, but you're not getting it because it's focusing on your face. Like That's where
Okay.
manually you might want to adjust some things, but for the most part, phones nowadays take great pictures
Okay.
automatically. Yeah. But for a professional photographer who was getting paid for a gig to be
Mm-hmm.
shooting an automatic, it's like you might,
Cheating.
yeah, well, anyone could do that. Like
Right.
no skill in that.
Okay. So which one? So we're gonna juxtapose guitar playing and photography. Which one do you think is requires more skill?
Oh, well, that's difficult because
I
I
know.
mean,
That's
there's
why I asked
there's
it, sir.
plenty and plenty of guitarists out there, man, that are really fucking good. Like if I watch YouTube, I get depressed sometimes because I'm like, man, these guys are so good. Like, how do
Mm-hmm.
they do all that? But there's also with phones nowadays, billions of people with access to cameras that
Yeah.
if you're at the right spot, man, you could take a awesome picture. Like it's just a matter of
Right.
being there. So I don't know. I don't know how much more talent it would take to do one or the other.
Okay. Which one do you think was harder for you to? Well, hold on. Before I ask that question, did you actually do any formal like photography classes? Study with anybody, or is that something else you taught yourself? Yourself.
Yeah, no, I taught myself basically. I took one digital photography class before I
Mm-hmm.
ever even had a camera, but that was
Okay.
basically like the big project for the year was like compositing a photo from other photos. So like I had to cut out a bunch of stuff from magazines and like composite it into one photo.
Okay. That sounds
So
fun.
it really had nothing to do with a camera at all.
Yeah, it was like a collage.
Yeah, and it was basically learning
Okay.
the software like Photoshop and stuff. It like we never shot a
Okay.
picture in that class.
Oh, so it was like editing.
Exactly. It was basically like
Okay.
that. Yeah, I didn't shoot a camera until probably a year later.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So a digital camera does a lot of the work for you. Do you have, I don't know how to describe, the cameras that photographers use? So like the ones where, you know, shutter and all that stuff. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how to describe it because I don't want to make it sound crazy.
Yeah. No, I don't have a, like a right now the big thing are called mirrorless cameras. And
Okay.
like I want to get one. It's badass, but I don't have the money for it right now. Cuz not only like in photography, you could have an okay camera, but if you have some nice lenses, really good lenses, I think that
Mm-hmm.
matters more. Cuz the cameras will always get better and better, but the lenses they can only get so good, you know what I mean? So like to me, if I was to get back into photography, I would need like probably like 5 or 8 grand or something just so I could
Oh
feel
wow.
comfortable like okay, I got the right stuff.
Oh, so
Yeah.
it's very expensive.
Oh yeah. And that's not even
Okay.
like buying the expensive shit, all the expensive shit. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
that's like being like kind of budget wise.
Which one do you think you're better at? Photography or the guitar playing?
Oh, photography for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And why do you think that?
Just cuz like I've had people buy my photos from me.
Oh, okay.
So no one's ever bought music from me. I don't make my own music anyways, but no one's ever been like, "Hey dude, you want to play?" Actually, I did have a paying guitar gig for a little bit.
Okay. You're
Yeah,
getting
at a
your Ralph Fish
restaurant.
back on. I respect it.
Yeah, very small.
But it was a gig, and that's what
Yeah, it
matters.
was a gig. I got paid and I got food, so I got taken care of.
I respect it.
Yep.
Do you have um do you write songs? Have you like made an album? Have you made an LP, a EP? Have you made like a mixtape?
No, I barely started getting recording equipment in the past couple months, so
Okay.
anything I've recorded is just me doing covers of stuff. Like I haven't jammed with anybody. There might be this dude moving out here pretty soon that I might be jamming with. Hopefully, that I think that'll be cool.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to
That's
that.
cool.
Yep.
So you're just gonna be playing with him, or are you gonna be singing? Because in one of your streams, because I'm an avid watcher, talking smack with Matt,
Thank you.
you started singing, and you were like, "Oh, you sang a little bit." Then you were like, "I don't like singing." So, what does singing present represent for you? Does it present a challenge?
No, I mean, I like singing, to be honest. I love it, actually. And like when I learn a
Okay.
song, I learn it with the words because it's harder for me to learn a song and not have the words than,
Okay.
you know what I mean? So every song I know,
Hmm.
I could usually sing and play it too.
Okay. Well, that's dope. Um, so when you go for shooting photography, go shooting pictures, do you have certain places you like to go? I know you had mentioned in a pre-interview the San Diego Zoo. Do you have
Yeah.
like how did you get into that?
I would just drive down there, man. I had a photography backpack and I had two
Hmm.
cameras and like three or four lenses, and I would just go there and fucking spend all day there, open to close. I actually would get in an hour early with the pass that I had, and that was cool
Oh,
because
okay.
you actually did see a lot more in that hour than it's more important than you would think.
Right. Did you go and shoot the animals? Did you shoot people? Did you shoot everything?
No, I don't like taking pictures of people, to be honest.
Of
Just
course you
cause,
don't.
yeah,
That
just
makes
cause
sense to you.
I had a job one time for this person, and I don't know, they complained, and I was like, "What are you complaining about?" Like, I gave them like over 500 pictures, and they complained about like five of them. I was like, "Why?
Hmm.
Why would you do
Right.
that? Just take them."
Do, do you think people are hypercritical of photographers
Yeah, totally. I would say that's probably 100% true.
because you're providing a service, and if they could take their own pictures, they would.
Yeah, and like I said, nowadays you could take all your own pictures.
Well, do you think that if I gave somebody an iPhone and I gave you the top camera, that their pictures would be just as good looking, or do you think
Some
your pictures would be
certain
better?
ones, yeah,
Some,
I'd say that they'd be almost the same.
okay,
Yeah, like that's
but
how.
then your skill.
Yeah, see, that's where like I think angles and see, I'm more of a like a documentarian photographer. Like I like these to look exactly like they did. I don't necessarily like to like make it look moody or something. I just like
Hmm.
it to look exactly like it did.
So like a true representation of what you saw.
Yep.
Okay. I know you don't shoot people. Do you shoot the? Did you shoot the animals? Not shoot the animals. Did you take pictures of the animals?
Yeah, I take pictures of animals. I don't shoot them. I'm not Rob
Right.
Fishbeck.
No, Rob Fishback shoots them, then he eats them,
Yeah, no, I know.
and then after he shares their food.
Yep.
Um. So do you consider yourself an artist?
Uh, I would more say I'm a performer than an artist because
Okay.
I don't really create uh to what I think creating stuff is to that level.
Hmm.
Nah, I don't think I'm there.
Okay. So you say you consider yourself a performer. A little tidbit that I found out is that you are a thespian,
A little bit,
an
yeah.
actor. A little bit.
Yeah, I did
Let's
a
talk
little bit,
about
yeah.
that.
Okay.
Well, how did you get into acting?
Just in high school, it was like a required. Not a, no, it wasn't a required class, but I took it,
Uh-huh.
and then I ended up taking, I think, 2 semesters of it. But I enjoyed it. It was pretty fun.
Have you missed it? Wanted to go back?
Yeah, sometimes I do think about acting sometimes because it would just be fun to
Okay.
be like more my dream job was to be a set photographer, like just take pictures of
Okay.
people on the set and what the set looks like and stuff. That's what I
Okay.
would really like to do. That'd be awesome.
Okay. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Um, if you could be a set photographer for any movie, what movie would you be? Going back.
Maybe like 2001 A Space Odyssey
Okay.
or something where it like changed film, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, like something like that.
Oh, so like a
Historic.
groundbreaking movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, who are your acting influences since you are um, a thespian of the highest elk?
uh, like I love Leonardo DiCaprio as an actor. He's fucking
Okay.
rad. Tom Hardy, I like him a lot.
Okay.
Classic actors. See, when I grew up, I loved action movies. So like Stallone has always been real big for me as an actor. He's not the best, but he'll do whatever. I don't know. He'll
Yeah.
work. He'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah. And let me see, who else do I like a lot? Denzel Washington. Yep.
I'm loving the show.
Yeah.
Uh, favorite action movie?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Um.
Oh, we could. I'll give you top 5.
Oh, okay.
That might
That's
be a little
easier.
easier. Yeah.
Let's see. Commando. Uh. The Running Man.
With The Rock?
No, no, with Schwarzenegger, back in the day.
Okay.
Yeah. Action movies. I'll give you a top 3.
Okay.
Probably the first Predator too. No, I gotta say Rambo 2.
Okay, so Predator and Rambo 2. So now you gotta
Yeah.
give me one more. Not only need one more, you already got 4.
Okay. Oh. Probably Full Metal Jacket. No, Barry Lyndon. Because I consider that there was action in that movie too.
Okay.
Yeah,
Barry
that's my
Lyndon? I
favorite.
don't know what that is.
Barry Lyndon. It's a Kubrick film, but that's my favorite
Okay.
movie of all time. It's a gnarly
So,
tale.
since
You would
you-
like it.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah.
So since you're into Kubrick heavily, what's your favorite Kubrick movie?
Barry Lyndon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the one? Is that the one that you could watch every day? Just on
Yeah.
repeat?
Yeah, and I could probably
Okay.
find something new about it. So, see, like when he shot that movie, he even
Yeah.
dude, that dude was so into cameras that he found this one. I think it was a French camera or English camera, but it was old. But it was the only one that
Okay.
he knew that he could put this lens on that would shoot to where he like a lot of those scenes in that movie. It's a period piece. He shot them by candlelight. There's no lights, just candles. But he got that lens from NASA. It was from a satellite, and he mounted it to
Oh, wow.
a picture movie camera. Yeah, that's gnarly.
That it sounds a little bit like some of the techniques that Hitchcock used because I actually took a class on Hitchcock randomly, and I watched a bunch of his movies, and they were talking about like the techniques that you use to scare people and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I thought, didn't he shoot by candlelight a lot, or am I could be wrong?
Who? I'm sorry.
Hitchcock, Alfred Hitchcock.
Oh no, I don't think he shot by candle. Well, maybe in some scenes.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, no, I think he more was a set guy.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I'm not really big on Hitchcock films. I like them, but I don't know them by heart or nothing.
Okay. Would you want to be like a cinematographer? Would that be something that you would want to?
Yeah,
shoot?
that'd be pretty awesome. That would be pretty sweet.
Is there a movie you just love the the English version of? Is there a movie that you would love that you love the cinematography for? That just looks real dope.
Oh yeah. Like the last movie I saw that looked really good to me was, let me think. That had a style that was different and stuff like that was that movie Upgrade. It was from a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. See, I knew nothing about that movie, and I was just like, "What Upgrade?" I was like, "All right, I'll check it out." And that movie blew me
Right.
away. Like I was like,
Oh,
"Wow!" Like there's someone doing something different.
With the fake Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Tom
Yep.
Yeah.
The budget Tom Hardy.
So, when it comes to photography, we had talked about moods. Do your moods affect your photography and how you kind of see things?
I don't know. I'm usually in a good mood when I'm shooting photos.
Okay.
Yeah, like that keeps me happy. So
Okay.
it's not like I'll be in a bad mood and be like, "Oh, I want to take a picture right now." You know what I mean? So I don't know if I have any bad mood photos or something.
All right, that's cool. So now, we see that you have this beautiful, voluptuous beard going on. Where did the beard come from? What's
Uh,
the story behind that?
I always wanted one, and finally
Okay.
I was just like, you know what, dude, I'm just gonna keep growing it. Cause I would probably shave every like 3 or 4 months. I didn't shave often, but it would always
Oh,
get to a
okay.
point where I'd be like, man, I gotta shave this shit. And one time I was just
Uh,
like, I'm just gonna let it go, and then
oh, nice.
fucking kept letting it go and kept letting it go, and I hear a bunch of shit for it, but I'm still letting it go.
How long you been growing it?
I don't even know, to be honest. It's been a while.
Really?
At least my hair doesn't grow fast. My face hair, at least.
Uh,
So it's been at least like a year or two for sure. Over a year for sure.
that's from a year?
It's probably been
Wow.
2 or 3. Probably been 2 or 3.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's been a while. It's been a while.
Who are some beards that you like?
uh,
Bearded gentlemen or gentlewomen that you like?
Zach Galifianakis. He's
Oh yeah.
funny. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
him. Who else got beards? I don't know. I'd have to think about it. I gotta look at pictures or something. Let me look it up real
Okay.
quick. Famous
Okay.
beards.
Do that real quick. I like it. Famous beards. Um, we can do the next question while you're acting up. So, 10-year-old Matt hanging out with 20-year-old Matt hanging out with current day Matt. What does dinner look like with the three of you?
Oh,
And
it's the same. We all eat the same thing. It's either a hamburger or a hot dog or pizza and French fries or tater tots or something. But it's pretty much the
and then
same.
and then you all roll a tree. I know.
Yeah.
How old when you started smoking?
Um, weed like 15.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I
And
smoked cigarettes
cigarettes?
first. Yeah, I was probably like 14.
Okay. Did the cigarettes bring you into the weed, or did just one kind of upgrade bring you into the weed?
No, all my friends did it, and that's not why I did it,
Mm.
because they were doing it for years and shit before me. But I was
Okay.
finally like, oh, I want to see what this is about. And like the first time I smoked, I didn't even get high, and it was with like older kids than me. It was like a bunch of I was in 10th grade, and they were 11th graders,
Okay.
and they were trying to get me high as shit. Like we smoked mad bowls, and I was like, I'm not high, dude. I don't feel it. They're like, no, you gotta be high, dude. I'm fucking baked. Blah blah. And I'm just like, nah. But the second time I got high, I smoked out of a bong, and fucking dude, I got ripped that
Oh.
day. Like I felt like I was walking funny and shit, and it was dope.
What's your preferred way to partake in the marijuana? Bong, hydro bong,
Huh. I
a
like
joint,
I like
L.
pipes mainly. I mainly use
Okay.
pipes. Bongs are cool, but like you can't smoke a bong all day. Not the way I smoke, at least. Like
Okay.
I have no lung power by the end of the day.
Okay. So, if we was to theoretically speak, in joints, number of joints, how many joints do you think you smoke a day? I know you smoke
I mean,
a pipe.
if a joint's like a gram, I probably smoke like
Okay.
4.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
I don't
right.
smoke too much, but it's a lot.
You don't you don't smoke a lot, but you smoke consistently. I respect that.
Yeah, that's why I like bowls, because at least if I like a joint, I don't like to put out and then relight and then take hits and then put it out.
Hmm.
Like at least a bowl, you
Okay.
can just put it down and come back to real easy.
Okay. So it's for ease of use.
Yeah.
Um, do you have a do you have a preferred type of marijuana?
Yeah, I like sativa better than I like indica.
Okay. I
Yep.
don't know what that means, but you can explain it if you want.
Like like indica is more like in that movie Friday when he smoked, and he's all like whoa, and he's like real lazy and shit. That's indica. But sativa, like keeps you more active, and like it's more the stuff
Okay.
you'll trip out on, like your head. They call it a head high.
Oh, that's a perfect transition. One of the the intellectuals in our group, Mr. Glenn Caesar, was talking about a head high and body high and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And again, I do not partake in marijuana, but I do like to be educated. What is the best type of high for you?
Uh, my favorite high of all time is just taking like smoking weed and taking a couple Vicodin because that takes care of my body and then the weed takes care of my head.
Okay.
And that's probably my
So
favorite high.
it's like a full body high.
Yeah, exactly.
So, as a non-smoker, what is it like to be high?
Oh shit, I don't know. It's been so long. um,
Do you get high anymore?
yeah, there'll be times throughout the day where I'll be like, "Whoa, like fuck, man, I'm baked. Like I gotta
Yeah.
chill."
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a sign that you're getting too high and you need to stop? Do you like start cursing? Do you want like 15 Jack in the Box burgers? What's your kind of sign that you're all right? I'm there. I'm nice.
Uh, when like when my thinking gets a little bit slow, when I'm starting to be like, "What am I doing? Like what?" Yeah, when I have to question myself and shit, that's when I'm like, "Oh, no,
Okay.
I'm baked."
Do you like to smoke and create at the same time or play music since you said you're not a creator?
Yeah, no, I don't like smoke and create shit, but like I'll start getting baked and feeling pretty good, and then I'll be like, man, I want to play guitar, and then I'll just start
Okay.
jamming. Yeah,
Okay.
that happens.
So, did you smoke less when you were on your guitar break? Did you smoke the same?
No, the
Do you get
same.
okay?
Yeah,
So it's more a motivational thing.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
And did you every time you stopped and came back, was it sort of like an extrinsic motivation, meaning like something you saw or somebody you saw?
No, it's more just like, oh, I miss this shit. Like, I wanna, like, can I
Okay.
still do this? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
That's what I always question. Like, well, like this, because I haven't learned anything new for a while. That's what I got to work on is learning new stuff.
Okay.
But the stuff that I know, like, I just know it by muscle memory, basically, because
Hmm.
I don't know how I remember the notes. You know what I mean? Like, it's been so long ago that I learned them.
So do you look to which do you love more? That's a good question, Achille. Well, thank you, Achille. Which do you love more, to play guitar or to smoke?
Oh, smoke. Yeah.
What about playing guitar or photography?
Photography.
Really?
Yeah.
So the love is definitely there for photography. When was the last time you took pictures?
Shit. Like with a real camera and stuff, it's been years.
Just for taking pictures.
Oh, I take pictures probably every day
Okay.
of like
So
my dog or my niece or some toy or some shit I see. I don't know.
So I know, for example, when I take pictures with my wife, she never likes the pictures I pick, and she'll make me
Yeah.
take them 140 times. Are you similar to that, where you are very critical of the pictures, or are you just like, I'll eventually knock it out?
Pictures of me?
In general, when you're taking a picture, so if you're taking a picture, are you like, okay, I don't like that one, delete. I don't like that one, delete, or it's take picture, and I'll find the one I like.
No, I'm more like I want to get the shot I want to get. So like if I
Okay.
don't get it right, I'll like do what I have to do to get it right, and then once I get it right, then I'll take a bunch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Um, so the last section that was Matt 101. This is the creative process, talking about how you create, even though you don't create. So we'll say perform. What is your process, your artistic process for? We'll do guitar first. What's your artist? How do you kind of? I know you started to explain it.
I think like it always happens when I'm not thinking. Like I'll just be holding the guitar and I just start playing something and I'm like, oh wait, that's kind of cool. And then like sometimes I'll be
Hmm.
like, oh, I'll expand on that a little bit. But
Nice.
most of the time I just leave things alone. Like I don't ever record like stuff when I'm just playing nothing.
Hmm.
So some people told me I should, but I'm just like, I don't want to like listen back through shit. And I'm not trying to be a musician, basically.
But you are a musician.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to be like for a job or nothing.
But you're still a musician.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. If somebody, we'll change genres. If somebody were to write every single day and never publish a book, are they still an author?
Oh yeah, they're still an author.
Okay, so then you're still a musician.
Yeah.
Okay. You seem to have an aversion to the finished product kind of thing, like the project. You just
Yeah.
not you like just being able to like kind of go in and out of it as you want and not feel like tied to a goal, so to speak.
Um. Yeah. Yeah. I'd rather just play a little part than see the whole thing through or whatever.
Okay. Um. So replicating the sound. How do you get there when you hear something or you see something? How do you know that you've gotten the sound to sound like what it is? Because if you're doing a cover, for example,
Yeah.
is
Um.
that by ear?
Yeah, it's all by ear. Like, yeah, see, like I have an amp that has like a pedal board attached to it. So there's 7
Mm-hmm.
different pedals that I've set up for different sounds. Like one's for like a punk rock sound, one's for a Metallica sound, one's for
Mm-hmm.
like a Santana sound, a clean tone. I got all those programs. So like all the music I play basically comes from those 7 different sounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your favorite, you said your favorite song or group was by either Pink Floyd or Metallica, right?
Yeah.
Who, um, do you try to recreate a cover of their stuff, or is
I,
it that's just that you like listening to them and that's it?
yeah, no, I like covering their songs for sure.
Okay.
But if I was saying I make up music more like one of those bands, it's more like Metallica stuff, like
Okay.
stuff I make up, just riffs and stuff like that.
Which song of either one of theirs is your favorite to cover?
Um, for Metallica, I like playing Fade to Black, and for Pink
Okay.
Floyd, I like to play either Mother or Another Brick in the Wall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yep.
All right. Who's your favorite guitarist?
Probably it's either Kirk Hammett from Metallica or David Gilmour from Pink Floyd.
Okay.
Yeah, one of
So
them
you had
two.
told me David Gilmour, but why would it be the guy from Metallica? I don't remember his name. Kirk
They just have
Heinrich?
Kirk Hammett, yeah. They just have
Hammett. I'm sorry.
2 totally different styles. Like
Right.
Kirk Hammett can play like orchestra type shit on guitar. You know what I mean? But
That's
David
cool.
Gilmour, he could play it slow and nice. Like he
Yeah.
doesn't need to be fast.
Who's your favorite photographer, if you
Oh
have
wow.
one?
Um I don't know if I know him by name. There's been a couple though, because I used to buy photography magazines to like see what people do,
Mm-hmm.
and there were a couple people that had like pretty good styles. I can't remember their names though. But like famous
Did you have?
known photographers, there's that one
Mm-hmm.
lady that all the celebrities use. I forget her name, but she's really good.
Okay.
And there's a girl I know that I graduated with that she's really good at photos. To where if I was gonna hire someone or recommend someone, I would recommend her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. Um, you cover songs. Do you do like cover photos where I really like this picture and I'm gonna try to duplicate it?
Um, I've never tried to recreate photos,
Mm-hmm.
but I've definitely tried to get a shot to look like the way I see it in my head. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no photo to copy off of, but I have the shot in my head. Like
Okay.
yeah,
So you see kind of things in photos.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm not good at
That's
like
cool.
art. Like I can't look at a blank piece of paper and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna draw this and shade this in,"
Mm-hmm.
and I can't see that. But when it comes to like a structured like picture, like how I want things laid out in the frame, yeah, I know what I want there.
Do you draw at all? Because I know you had mentioned drawing. I don't know if you draw though.
I'm so bad at art that I usually have to do projects twice just to get credit. So no, I don't draw well at all.
Well, that answers that question then.
Yep.
So we talked about Stanley Kubrick. How do you feel about Zack Snyder? Because he's doing a lot of his own cinematography now too.
Yeah, no, he definitely has a cool style too. Like I'm not gonna knock him. The stories and
Right.
stuff he does, or whatever, but his style is something else,
Yeah.
and he's got
And
it
he's
down.
boards too, then, right?
I'm sorry.
And he storyboards them too, right?
Yeah, yeah, and I'm sure he does a lot. He's totally involved in all that shit. It seems like he's from end to end, like on top of the things.
Would you like a project like that where you
No, I wouldn't want to be in control of that many people and that much money and stuff. No, not even for fun. Like if they're like, "Don't worry, man. Even if it tank," I've been no, couldn't do it. Just give the money to someone else.
Oh, okay, I respect that.
Yeah.
So, the last section is free association. I'll give you topics. Hi. I'll give you topics and you will just tell me your first thoughts about it. Quick answers, not Rob Fishbeck answers.
Okay.
Um, so, when we talk about perception in toys, of how people perceive you because you collect toys and sell toys.
A lot of people look down on it. Waste of money and time and shit.
But is it? It seems like it's pretty
No.
lucrative.
Yeah, for me it's pretty lucrative. That's why I don't tell them about it because if everyone knew, then I'd be out of a job.
Isn't that your main? That's what you do mainly for money, right? The toys.
Yeah, pretty much.
Um, we were talking. We talked about toy like collectors versus flippers.
Yeah.
So a collector is obviously.
A collector is like I would say someone that like they collect shit and they'll sell shit off sometimes or trade stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but it's to build up their
Okay.
collection. It's not they're not looking to get money out of their collection. Like they just want to keep building. And
Okay.
the flipper is someone that just wants money. Like they don't want
Okay.
they're not interested in the product at all.
Which one are you?
I'm a little bit of both.
Okay.
Oh, because when it comes to certain toys, I have no like attraction to them or whatever, no appeal to me. So yeah, I'll just sell them for whatever. Because if that equals that, then okay.
Mm-hmm.
But there's other toys where it's like I'll just hold on to it. Like I'm like I could sell this, but I'll just hold on to it.
Right.
Yeah.
How do you feel about flippers or collectors?
I don't like flippers to be honest.
Oh.
Yeah, like no one wants to pay more than they have to, but I respect when I have
Oh.
to do it though. Like I always say, "Oh, got to pay to play." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you want the thing and that's what it goes for, well, that's how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when it's all like none of the stuff is necessary. You know what I mean? It's all like it doesn't matter. So if you're going after that thing and that's what the price is, well, that's what it is.
Yeah. So when we talk about collectors versus flippers, what do you feel like? I'll ask a different question. Anyway, so because my wife was watching, you have something with Batman or some shit. I mean, oh, you like Batman?
Oh yeah, I love Batman.
I mean, aside from you're a very nice person, I like you, and you usually have good taste, except for this one thing. But tell me about your Batman thing. How you got into Batman?
I just always admired like that dude is rich as hell, and yet he still wants to go out and fight crime. Like the thing that he has to worry about the least, like that's what he'll go and try and fix.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of
I
people that
respect
wouldn't.
that.
Yeah,
No, there isn't.
yeah.
Um, why do you prefer being behind the scenes as opposed to, being out front? Because you consider yourself a performer and you're a thespian of the highest ilk, yet you don't like being in front of the camera, in front of the scenes and all that stuff.
Just like I don't need the attention from things at all. Like I would never want to be famous. Like that's not me.
Really?
Yeah, nah. But
Okay.
to be like on a movie set shooting a dope movie or something like that'd be I'm interested in that.
Okay.
But no one needs to know that I was there or whatever.
You don't want your name in the credits, nothing. Just like,
Nah,
oh,
no, yeah, I don't
who
need
was
any of
that
that.
bearded man?
Yup.
You said you like tech. Tell me about your tech stuff. Like, how'd you get into tech?
James Bond movies, pretty much, and Batman stuff.
Oh man,
And when I was a kid, they used to have these toys called Spy Tech. That like
I remember
one was
spy tech.
yeah, one was like a hearing thing, and I had this
Uh,
motion detector, and then they had the periscope. I had all that shit.
I love it. All right. Tell me about the first time you puffed the magic dragon. What was that like for you?
Like I said, I didn't even get high. It was me and like 4 or 5 buddies, and they had all the weed, and we just smoked a bunch of weed, and it was here at my house, and I just didn't even get high at all. I mean, I talked to my parents and everything. No one even thought I was high.
Did you ever think about not smoking again after that, or did you enjoy it?
No, I mean, I was like, I'll give it another try for sure. I wasn't
Mm.
deterred.
What would have happened if you didn't get high the second time and just like, I'm not gonna smoke no more?
A
That'd be
lot of
wild.
things would have been different. Yeah, I don't know where I'd be.
So it's safe to say that the weed saved your life, sir.
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. I like that. All right. So we talked about all of this starting to play. We talked about IT, uh, this Batman thing, which I won't hold against you, but I will hold against you. Um, so I have one last question. If you could be any superhero or supervillain, who would it be in line? You can't answer Batman.
I'd
Who would be
want
your
to
choice to be?
be. I'll pick one of each. If I had to be a
Yeah, that's fine.
hero, I'd want to be someone badass like Doctor Fate or someone like
Okay.
that. Yeah, that just has
Okay.
control over shit. Do whatever I
Okay.
want.
Okay.
And then,
And
but
super
that sounds
villain.
more like a super villain, huh?
No, that's fine.
But then, my favorite super villain would be. I always liked Mr. Freeze from Batman.
Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
Arnold's Mr. Freeze.
Mm, that was whatever, but it was alright at the time. No, but the story of Mr. Freeze is pretty like it's pretty
Deep.
harsh. Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty deep too.
Yep.
His whole life, he was just.
And it was the animated show that changed all that, because before everyone thought of Mr. Freeze, the last time they'd seen him was on the 66 show, and he's that
Yeah.
goofy dude.
Yeah.
But the
He's like,
animated show made him
hey.
yeah, the animated show made
Yeah.
him serious.
All right. Oh, I actually do have one special question for you. If
Okay.
you could be any kind of toy, what kind of toy would you be?
I totally have a bad joke answer to that, but
That's all right.
yeah, I'll leave that one on the table. Um, I'd want to be some sort of like a Power Wheels car because I always love those things. They're dope.
What would the name
I
be?
wish everyone drove a Power Wheels car instead of real cars, so
Oh,
that
that'd be great.
everyone was just chill and in a slower pace.
That's your speed. Um, okay. So as we finish up, you've been talking so passionately about playing the guitar, and I'm changing it up on you. Matt didn't know I was going to ask him to do this. Do you want to play us out for a couple of minutes? Because obviously, this is Everyday Experts meets Talking Smack, and it wouldn't be a show if you weren't smoking weed and didn't play the guitar, would it?
I think you're right. Yeah, I hear it.
Right?
Here, yeah. Go ahead and talk for a minute. Let me set this up real quick.
I got you.
All right.
All right, cool. So, thank you everybody for joining Everyday Experts. Basically, our next show is going to be Saturday, the 17th at 10 p.m., where one of my really good friends, Ray, is going to come on. He's the head coach of one of the local high schools. We're going to talk about a lot of things. He has two sons. One is his son and one is his stepson. And I do want to get into that with him, talk about fatherhood, talk about parenting, talk about basketball. We also talk a lot about politics in the terms of high school politics and families and parents that think they're going to get certain things and they want to get certain things, and how kids are brought up and kids are raised and how kids is kind of different. So we look forward to that. And I think that's going to be very interesting as it goes. Hold on one second. Sorry. We're also going to be having Mr. Jared in the Bigger and Blacker episode on Saturday, July 24th at 10 p.m. Jared is a very good friend of the show. He is a musician. He's a singer, a rapper. I think he pop locks. He is a dancer, probably. He produces. He DJs. He probably even sets up the equipment in the studio. So, Mr. Matt, when you are ready, hit us with one of the songs you prefer to play as we play out. Again, Matt, thank you for being on Everyday Experts, sir. I appreciate the crossover.
Hell yeah. Anytime.
Joker, gang, gang, gang. Shout out to my wife, Patty, who's watching. Shout out to Mr. Fishbeck, my moderator. Shout out to Jared, my other moderator. Shout out to Lego, who's a boss. Whenever
Yeah,
you're ready, sir.
I want to shout out my mods too. I got Bruce Banner. I got B-Late, 1130, Brandy.
Oh, hey, Brandy. Hey, girl.
And I got my Rob Fishbeck. And I got my Big Mo, but my Big Mo ain't here right now, but he's always here with us.
He's probably in Florida.
Cheers, French.
That man does not rule, Danny. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
everybody. That's the show. Right on, right on. Peace out, everybody.